Today's live crypto market analysis and Bitcoin trade strategy. Today is 6/30/25. Currently in a position in Bitcoin. Took this position at the crypto open. I'll walk you through what I'm seeing here top down. So here on the daily, seeing the 9 EMA trading above the 18. Seeing bullish price action here. You can see this reaction off of this low here. And there's been consistent buying here since then. This candle here being pulled back here, or potentially pulled back. Also seeing that this candle broke out above the previous candle high here. That would signal for me a slightly higher probability of price action trading to the long side with this 9 above the 18 and the today's candle trading above yesterday's candle. Here on the 4-hour, trading with the 9 EMA above the 18. So bullish price action here on the 4-hour. Can see Bitcoin consolidating here in this area, getting some larger participation potentially here, or market maker activity here in this area where it is essentially consolidation here, and no discernible direction that I'm picking up here. Here on the 60-minute, this is where I actually took the trade off of. So long here with the daily and the 4-hour EMAs trading in the same direction. So here with this price action having a reaction off of this level here, and then price action being delivered to the buy side here, and then pull back. And I took an entry here in this candle on a limit order. And this was this price action initiated here, and then which is the price action initiated at the crypto open here. So this price action is 2 hours before the crypto open, and then into the crypto open, seeing price action being delivered to the buy side. Here, this is pre-Frankfurt, and then this candle here is Frankfurt, and then this is London coming in here. So seeing an aggressive sell side delivery to price here coming into Frankfurt, and I had a limit order set ever since this high here was put in. I had a limit order set for pullback to the 9 EMA. In addition to that, seeing with this price action with today's high breaking yesterday's high, or breaking out from yesterday's high, that would also give an optimal trade entry here. So down here between these 62 and 79% levels, if anyone traded an OTE, this would have been a really good setup for an OTE, for an optimal trade entry. I don't trade that particularly, just because I'm focused on the moving averages, and I'm willing to take moving average entries as opposed to Fibonacci entries, and currently only using the Fibonacci for stop loss and for take profits. So understanding that at times I'm going to experience drawdown, other times I won't experience drawdown, because the reason why I've decided to trade based on the moving averages, especially the 9, instead of the 18 EMA, which is this white line, or the Fibonacci OTE levels, is because on these price swings, Price does not always reach back to the 18 EMA or to the OTE range here on Fibonacci. So just for pure consistency and not knowing where price will react or different things, also this equilibrium level is another level that's consistent. But I would say from a consistency standpoint, price has consistently come back to the 9 EMA. The next level of consistency would be the 18, and then after that the 50% or the equilibrium. Price does not always reach the 18 EMA before continuing, and price does not always reach the equilibrium before continuing. But as I've seen so far consistently, price does reach the 9 EMA, so I've just decided to accept whatever drawdown or let's say extended or let's say bigger loss since my entry would be further away from my stop. So just prepared to do that just so that I'm able to consistently get an entry without having to be concerned whether or not I will miss the entry or things like this. And right now, price action being delivered to the sell side may get stopped out here. Yep, just got stopped out. So this could be price action here with the 4 hour, could be potentially selling off here. And I also may need to reevaluate my entries just based on time and price theory, taking trades at certain times. So I want to focus on the New York Open, but also understand that there may be other opportunities at other times like London or the crypto open. But had I waited for the New York Open today, I would be looking at this as, or at least I wouldn't have taken the long unless there was a crossover. And here getting mixed messages with the 4 hour, with the 4 hour showing strength. I would just wait until I see a shift on the 4 hour or see price action return back to the buy side and see a moving average crossover here. But this is likely just a liquidity grab here and then potentially moving to a sell leg here. So $5 risk on this position. So with this wick here coming in here, sweeping this buy side liquidity here may have been what was necessary in order to begin to sweep this area here and potentially sweeping out this liquidity here, which would be sell side liquidity. But this could also just be taking out stops and then moving up. So I'm just going to keep an eye on Bitcoin here to see price action wise what we get. And I'll do some more back testing to see if I want to just stick to the US Open instead of trading the US Open in addition to the crypto Open. That's US Open. That's based off the US Open. What's this? US Open. US Open, but difficult to get an entry. Here's US Open. No. Here's US Open. Here's a crypto open. There's the crypto open. Okay. What does this do at the US Open here? So this is the crypto open. This is London. Now we get into New York here. Looking for longs. This crosses below. Then crosses back above. So this would signal an entry here. Then this would fail. Then it would signal another entry here. And you can take the trade there. So that's a US market. Here, another US Open. So when it gave the crypto open, it was there, but then it gave a US Open in addition to it. So maybe I want to stick to the US Open, since when the crypto gave an open, or when the trade entry was given on the crypto open, the US Open redelivered the entry. Seven 530.7. 30.7. One ten 644. 110 643.9. 10 643.9. Low 107 0878. 107 0878. So having the option here just to take a re-entry here, after being stopped out, or to allow the setup to fully take place. From an emotional standpoint, I just want to hit the button now and just be in it with the best risk to reward type of situation that I could be in. But it would not make for sound trading and will likely lead to more unraveling of discipline if I do it. And could also lead to an immediate loss if price action fails to continue here to the long side. So I've been seeing engulfing candles here on the lower time frames and potentially an engulfing candle coming in here on this time frame here. Yeah, so seen it on the 15, seen it on the 1, and now seeing it here on the daily. So now I'm going to stick with the US for entries. Let's see, make a note here. So very tempting here from a risk to reward perspective, but also could be looking at price shifting from buy side delivery to sell side delivery. There hasn't been much pullback here on the daily, so this could be that, or this could be pullback, or just price selling off here. Tempted to take a position just because of the reduced amount of risk I would be looking at, but also very dangerous to do that as well. Seems that the levels from a couple days ago are holding here, potentially this level here, which was the low that I placed my stop on for this long trade here. Asian range, it would have, so with this being the Asian range, so the Asian range typically wanting to, in a short, wanting to enter before you hit the low of the Asian range. Same thing for a long, you want to enter before reaching the high of the Asian range. So to me this not making sense. The only thing I can consider is whether or not this is a trade off of the 4-hour here. Let's see. One oh six 3131 6313.1 244 7 times 0.990 plus 108 760.9 110 963.92. Stop 106 3129. This is if we were trading off of the 4-hour. Okay, I'm gonna watch this. So I'm gonna stick to the US Open, and I'm gonna say this is an OTE potentially. I don't know. Coming off the 4-hour. It doesn't appear that I'm getting a lot of these trades where it's just, man, this thing hits the 9 and then just goes back. I may switch to equilibrium, miss a trade or two, but do a lot better in the trades that I'm in. Whereas this is headed to the 62%. I'm going to take this position here off the 4-hour. $5 risk here. Entry at 107,210.1. Now price being delivered to the buy side since entry here. Yeah, I mean, just having one kill zone or just one time area where you're managing time and price makes things a lot easier if you're just looking around one time or one area or one zone. It really helps to simplify things. Taking a trade, the basis for any trade would at a minimum be the 4-hour, or at least in sync with the 4-hour. This new system I deployed last week, so I'm keeping the account size small and the risk small. But here, I've taken trades only off the 60 minutes so far, with this trade here being off the 4-hour. And I believe I'm going to shift back, or at least shift my entries to equilibrium here at a minimum. So I may not catch every trade, but the ones that I do, my risk to reward ratio will be much better, and potential profit ratio will be much better. So getting close to like 1-to-1s consistently, or 1.5 to 1 with the non-EMA, now going to shift to the equilibrium point more than likely. Here. Let's go back. So seeing here, like this is the MA, no equilibrium, which gives me concern with switching to that format. Here's a short, again to the MA, not to equilibrium. Here, boom. Here, right back to equilibrium. So this one's clean. Here, boom. Back to equilibrium. This one's clean. Boom, back to equilibrium. This one's clean. Here. Here, not back to equilibrium, just to the EMA. Here. Just back to the EMA. Here. Back to equilibrium. So it looks about 50-50, whether it's the EMA or equilibrium. So that does not make the decision-making process any easier. And you can see here, even with that being the case, this sold off to closer to the 62% level here. But when it goes, it goes. So let me test the 18 EMA. Nope. Looks like I'm stuck with this 9 EMA as the only consistent way to get into all of these positions. Yep. So just like the dilemma I was facing previously when I mentioned like trying to get access to these positions. So as much as I want to switch to the equilibrium or to like a 62% or something like that, half these trades I would miss if I were to try to reach a Fibonacci level. So, the 9 EMA it is, unless I find myself in a situation like this to where I have the option to enter and just choose where I want to enter. But other than that, I'm going to still keep setting these orders, and I feel like the main issue I ran into here was taking a trade out of the kill zone for the New York Open here. But I've learned from that error, and I'm now in this position, which I would say I would likely, if I were looking at this without having that trade fail, I'd still be waiting for the 9 here on the 60-minute. I'd still be waiting for the 9 to cross over the 18 here before I would take a position. But now taking a position here in the 4-hour, a little bit different. I certainly wouldn't have, but I understand that all 4 of these time frames are appropriate to trade off of with the appropriate moving average crossovers and setups. For example, if this trade fails, I would assume there's going to be a higher probability than not that there'll likely be a moving average crossover here on the 4-hour, which would shift my interest to the short side, for price to be delivered to the short side instead of the long side. But price consolidating here around the 107,200 level, just below my entry currently, and now just above my entry. Price still consolidating here around the 107,220 level. So with this 4-hour, this falls more into line with the OTE, optimal trade entry, that ICT teaches. I think this is more in line with what's happening here on the daily chart, with this trade that I'm taking here off the 4-hour chart, just treating it as an OTE, which falls into the purview of my current system. You're going to get OTEs, or I believe as ICT calls them in some instances, hidden OTEs. But we'll see if this plays out, and we'll see if these lower time frame moving averages line back up here with the 4-hour and the daily, which are overall bullish, which is why I'm only looking for long positions now, just based on the moving averages here with the 9 above the 18 here on the daily chart, and the 9 above the 18 here on the 4-hour chart. Price currently being delivered to the buy side. So being greedy, being anxious, looking to take that crypto open, just because I saw that one entry for the crypto open, but missed the fact that it set up again during the New York Open, and all the other entries were set during the New York Open. So at least I have my kill zone defined, and it is only one instead of the three potential kill zones I was looking at, which was New York, London, and the crypto open itself. Now just only looking at the New York Open for taking entries, or at least or I would call it the New York session. So I want to look for trades during the New York Open, but I will take trades that happen during the overall New York session, but preferably pre-market and early into the session would be ideal. Price consolidating on Bitcoin around the 107,250 level. Price being delivered to the buy side here. Price now at 107,267.6 or 260. Price currently being delivered more to the buy side here, 107,293.7. So price consolidating between the 107,200 and 107,300 levels. Now at 107,306.7, 107,330, consolidating. Now trading below 107,300 at 107,283.4. So lots of consolidation here in Bitcoin as the overall 4-hour candle price has been delivered to the sell side here, and overall for the day price has been delivered to the sell side. Beginning to see some buy side delivery coming in here as price is trading around the 107,300 level. Now price back down to the 107,250 level. So quite a bit of consolidation here. Overall sell side delivery of price. So we'll see if price continues to be delivered to the sell side today, or if this is potentially Bitcoin finding a bottom in price here and potentially having price be delivered to the buy side. So we'll see here if the selling will continue, or if Bitcoin still has some more buying left to do today. This engulfing candle here will likely just make for interesting price action. I would say it may be a day where some people may find themselves in choppy conditions, especially on the lower time frames. Price trading back up near the 107,300 level and consolidating, now at 107,264. Price at 107,231.4. buy side delivery, 107,269.9. So if Bitcoin can find a direction, we'll see if that happens. This could also consolidate all day today. More consolidation here in price. Overall sell side delivery. So on this buy side delivery here, seeing this wick come in on this 4-hour candle, and we seem to have cleared my entry by a bit. My entry has not been tested in some time, back near the 107,300 level. Also seeing this wick here being put in on the 60-minute candle, but more primarily focused here on this wick here on the 4-hour. So ideal, I'm confident everyone's goal is to get some distance away from their entry in price to the in the direction of the trade. So had that so far. Now price seems to be coming down to test that level as I'm talking about getting some distance away from entry. My entry is now being approached in price. Now price consolidating here around the 107,250 level. Price consolidating between the 107,220 and 107,250 levels currently. So if this trade idea does work out, it will certainly take some time, with clearly being at the complete opposite end of the range here. Now price back to test my entry here. Now price trading below the 107,200 level at 107,176.6. Now back at the 200 level as we've entered a new 15-minute candle. Price is currently being delivered to the buy side. So this low is higher here, so that's a good sign here on the 15-minute chart. Not showing a new low, or at least as of yet. That could change. What is the low here? 160.9. And testing the low at the low, and a new 15-minute low has been put in from the previous candle. And price consolidating here around the 107,150 level. So if this candle goes lower than 107.88, then we could see price continue to the sell side. Price consolidating here around the, or between 107.50 and 107.200. Now trading back at my entry at 107.210. Consolidating. Back down to 107.150. And lower, 107.140. Back at 107.150. 107.180. consolidating. All right. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on this over the course of the day. We'll see if I get stopped out again, or if this position has any merit. We'll see if we can get going before the day's out. Taking a trade off the 4-hour chart, I would expect to see some movement in the trade direction, at least to break back out of this high here within the next 2 days. So just going to give this thing some time and let it work. And we'll see if we can get some continuation today, even though today looks a bit choppy here, or at least definitely sell side delivery, but could be choppy here on in for the rest of the day, or maybe not. Could get a reversal coming in here potentially. But yeah, so this is what I have today for today's live crypto market analysis and Bitcoin trade strategy here as price reapproaches my entry. But yeah, thanks for checking us out, and we'll see you next time.